Hey, good morning, coaches. Happy February. Oh my goodness. January just got over literally about 5 hours ago, and it was nuts. It was awesome. And I just want to stop and say congratulations. Absolutely incredible month of January. A ton of people getting healthy. And I am here this morning with my good friend and fellow leader, Brad. And for those of you that I haven't had the honor of meeting yet, my name is Doug. And Brad, I tell you what, 28 days of February, amazing January. We're not here by accident doing this recording at 0 dark 30 in the morning.
Yep, it's not even light out right now. We're getting after it. I'm already getting messages from people because they want to know how to set up this new map using the Optavia Connect. We had a great month, and February is a very big time. It's good to be us. So let's get into today so people can learn the next steps and some of the nuances of how they can change more lives and take the next steps of their business in the month of February.
Let's do it. So what's going on is we have excuse me, what I have going on is something in my throat. Now I'm good. But what we have going on is February is a short month. There's 28 days, and we want to help you get right into action using a monthly action plan. And what we have found over the last few years is that every coach that chooses to not just take what comes to them, but becomes intentional in what their desire is for a month and put a little bit of a plan to it. It takes about 15, 20 minutes to fill out what we're going to show you now, but puts a plan of action, really impacts a lot of people. So we're going to show you a brand new map. And while I'm pulling it up, Brad is going to tell you where to find this so you can print it out here in just a minute.
Perfect. So you can probably either find it in your coach support page, but it's definitely in the simple systems document under coach support. So if you look in there, you can search map. It'll be in there. You'll have this updated, beautiful copy. I know a lot of people have already been asking about this. So this is key, and they've been wanting to utilize it because you can see this is an upgrade from our last map. And a couple of things here is some of you guys, congratulations, are new. We want to welcome you to our Optavia family. Maybe you got a great start in January, maybe you're just getting started, or maybe you're a brand new senior coach, or maybe you're experienced. Either way, this tool will help you. Like Doug was saying, you give 15 minutes of this to setting your course up for the month, it'll make you 10 times more effective, and I guarantee it'll save you hours during the month. And here's a cool thing too, I'm just a fact person. I was on a call the other day as we were wrapping up the month, getting set up one of our trainings, and I just asked the group there as I was going over the map, kind of showing them this new map, and I go, okay, if you use the map daily and you use this to set up your month, and you always do, and you come back to it, put a 1 in the chat. And literally, I just went down the list. Global director, integrated national, new executive director, boom, 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 down the line. The people that utilize this are the best coaches. It'll help you understand your business, where to go. It'll show you holes. It'll show you your concepts in a good way, because the faster we move through them, the more people we help, the faster we grow. And it'll help you know where to go next, because there is no secrets to success in this. The reason why you get this map when you start your first 5 clients is because once you know how to start 5 clients, you can help thousands of people. It's just repeating that process over and over again. So that's why you get this at Senior Coach, and to help start organizing your month. So I'm going to get into it right here, Doug. Anything you want to add before I get into breaking down where to start and how to fill out your map and how to be looking at it?
Well, starting with the end in mind, and I've got my cursor ready, so you just go ahead and explain that and we'll move through it.
Perfect. This has structural dynamics built into it, and if you've read The Habits of Health, you know how important it is. So go up to the very top first and click on what is you obviously fill out your name, then the month that you're in. That's great. Go down to rank and declare where you want to end up when January 28th ends. So maybe you're shooting for executive director. And again, if you have this map here, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be that's your very first step. We'll get over to that a little bit more later. But declare where you want to be. And if you're a newer coach, you're going to definitely want to check with your support team, because you don't know what your next steps are. You don't know what your guide is. So make sure you check with them, because people constantly don't see what's fully possible when they're setting this up. So then go to your frontline volume. So that's going to be what your clients' orders are by the end of this month. So say maybe you were at 3,600 and you were associate director last month. You start 5 or 6 more clients, and that's way more possible in the month of February. We'll get to more of that in a minute. Go ahead and click what it would be if you brought on that many more clients times 350 on top of what you have already set up to go. So let's say, Doug, I want to hit 6,000 in frontline volume. So I'm going to put down 6,000 in frontline volume there. Perfect. And then I'm going to go down to the next line below that. That is your group volume. That's your client, or that's your personal frontline volume, the one that Doug just filled in there, plus any volume that your team has. So say you plan to have 1 or 2 senior coaches. I'm going to plan on helping them get a good start. I'm working with my support team. I'm going to make sure because if I help them get what they want, I'm going to be at 10,000 group volume. I think I can help them get about, help them start their first 6 or 7 or 8 clients. Fantastic. Income, that's when you're going to definitely want to lean on your support team, but you'll get really good at figuring out how to do this as you go. But at the 6,000 mark, let's say it's your rolling bonus month, or let's say it's not. Let's say on the lower side, if that's your income right there, you'll start to understand. But I can just shoot from the hip. I can tell you that income right there is going to be close to about $2,500 right there alone. And if that's your bonus month, it's going to be even more. So good. Tracking that. What are you going to earn by making the action steps on this? Then going over there for new clients, declare what you want to make. Doug, listen to what I said there. Again, he's a good supportive coach. He listened to what I wanted, and that matched up with definitely what's possible. So he put down 6 possible new clients and 1 new coach. And again, you'll see a change here. You won't see the team thing. This is meant to help you with your own personal focused action. So we took out the team aspect, so you're literally focused on your actions personally. So Doug also declared that when I bring on that new coach this month, I'm going to help them go senior, because we all know that if we link arms with people, most people can go senior coach in their first 1 to 2 weeks. Maybe a little bit later if they're going a little bit slower, but that's totally possible. And I'm keeping myself accountable to getting people the wins that I know they want in my business. So Doug even got ahead of me even more because he's on top of it. He gets it. So that would be 5 frontline volume points for newer coaches. That basically, Doug, actually, do you want to explain what points are on that? Because that's going to come into effect here in a second.
Yeah, something you want to understand, coaches, is that OptiV just decided like a long time ago that they're going to help you decide how much you're paid and how many lives you're impacting, and they're going to divide that by points. So every $1,200 in frontline volume, they issue you 1 point. Now, they don't care how you earn them, because they also say, well, also, Doug, let's just say they're talking to me, for every 1 senior coach line of business, so every client that becomes a coach, and then they help 5 people, which is usually, right around senior coach, they're going to issue you 1 point. They have also said in order to become an executive director, it takes 5 points, okay? So you can see over here on the left-hand side, which we'll explain this here in a minute, that every 1,200 you can see of your frontline volume, there's 2 FLV points. There's 3 FLV points, 4 for 4,800, and so on. And so what you can do then is really quickly see that you're growing by points, and then over here on the right-hand side, you combine how many frontline volume points. So, for example, if I hit 6,000, that's 5 points, because 6,000 divided by 1,200 is 5. And then I'm planning on helping 1 person go senior. That's 1. I'm going to total those points up, and my goal is to be a 6-point ED. So from here, Brad, I'm going to go down, and looks like my desire is to really accomplish step 1, but I'm going to actually begin on the beginning stages of step 2, because again, I'm looking to acquire and have 6 points combined.
And if you're a newer coach, practice makes perfect. That's the other reason why we set this up. You will know your business very well by doing these steps. So Doug, what I love here is I've just basically thought out what's possible. So I am laser focused on now what I want to create. It's starting to become more tangible. I want to bring on 6 clients. I'm shooting for 6K in frontline volume. That's 5 frontline volume points. And when I help that senior coach, that'll be a point there. I'm shooting for 6 points this month. I'm not going for bare minimum executive director. And many of you, that's your next step. That's exactly what it looks like. So now that you filled out where you're going, you know that, go down to the bottom and fill out where you ended the month of January or the previous month going forward. So let's say I was manager, and I will show you where to pull up this information if you didn't pull it up at the end of the month, because again, here's a little tip. The last day of the month is for celebrating, prepping your next month, and looking ahead. It's not for doing last minute stuff. And as you start to grow your business, you'll start to do that. So at the end of the next month, plan on the 28th being the day you kick back and plan March, and go to your OptiVia Connect and look at what it says there and just fill it out real quick. But we'll show you where to find it if you're looking at it first thing this morning. And then you can fill out all the same details. It shows you right there. So Doug, that's the first thing you want to do. Get really good at visioning where you want to go and where you're starting at right now. Because now we're going to go down to the bread and butter of setting up your month and show you some of the nuances of this new tool and the things to learn along the way.
The healthy bread and butter, of course, Brad. The healthy bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's
so
right. So with that said, I know it's early for us, but hey,
I know,
with that said,
yeah.
Take a couple look at things and go, now what do we do here on the left-hand side? We're going to show you where to find that. And also, since we just set our goal for February, now we're going to go set our current reality of where we finished last month, as Brad just said. So I'm going to clear the screen here. I want
to show some people real quick here, because as you're looking at this tool, this is the important thing to understand. We're going to show you how to fill in the rest using the Optavia Connect. But there's one thing to understand with this new map change, and these are just the evolution of it, is now if the month is your game, then this right-hand corner up here where the steps are is your scoreboard. So your next step, wherever you're at, if you've gotten this tool, you're senior coach and above, your next step is to go executive director by blended path. And that's obviously, Doug showed it up there. It's either by senior coach, helping someone go senior coach, point for that, or points for every 1,200 in frontline volume. You can do it whichever way, but you can be going slow, fast, whichever. That's your next big goal of your business. Then we added step 2 in here. And this is something Doug and I, you and I talked about this a while ago. We started training this to our teams because 7 to 9 points is not a rank in the back office or in the Optavia Connect, but it is one of the most vital things for a growing business. So if you're one of the coaches that, or when you do achieve that 5 points, your next step is to grow to 7 to 9. Again, either adding 1 or 2 senior coaches that are helping grow, adding more frontline volume. But the point is that's going to help your income grow, but that's setting you up for when you, we celebrate that mark, that 7 to 9 point mark in our business all the time, because it is the litmus test of success of moving to your third and final step of this tool, which is fully integrated business coach, which basically means there'll be no white space left on this map. You'll have 5 or more senior coach lines of business, and you'll have at least 6,000 in frontline volume, 15,000 in group volume, and you'll be certified. So that's the game plan, Doug. So if we're starting our game, that's the long-term game plan. So now we're going to show you how to fill this out so you can take those steps 1 month at a time, building each month, taking those next steps, integrating your business, and building momentum.
Absolutely. So what you're going to do now is, so now we have our goal, we have our current reality, we know where we're looking to head this month. We're going to open up our Optavia Connect. So you can do this simultaneously, or you can do this right at the end of this recording, because we're going to move through this next part, and we are going to go to our Optavia Connect. First of all, I want to thank brand new Executive Director Vika for loaning us our Connect. Did I hear something, Brad?
I said, go Vika. Congratulations.
That's right. Go Vika. So with that said, we're going to, if you did want to take a peek, okay, where did I end last month? You're going to go up top right there. You can click on your name and you can go to view profile.
I like Vika's gotten into so much action, she didn't even upload a profile picture.
Heck no, she don't got time for it because this is not important.
She's talking to people.
Check this out. Vika went from senior coach to director in December to brand new executive director in January. You can see her frontline volume finished at 63.95. So in that case, she would have earned 5 points last month. So Vika's goal for Desire is to grow this month, which I know it is. Her goal this month is going to be moving from 5 points to somewhere between 7 and 9, as Brad, you were explaining. Now, something I also want to explain is that if Vika had coaches with volume, GV is where your group volume. So that would be your frontline plus any coaches volume. You're going to get that combined number of 63.95, or in that case, maybe closer to 10,000 if she had coaches with volume. So that's where you're going to find that.
Hey, Doug, go back to that real quick. Since we're training people in real time and, the map, we're showing people all these little twists and turns. I want to go back to the volumes. And by the way, this can show you how many clients you started in the month. This can show you how many coaches you started. That's where you'll find it in the activity tracker. But go to the volume thing right here, because success and the victories goes to the people that prepare. And so here, I'm going to show an example of why it's so important to help your team and why to do this yourself. So Vika, first month of being over 2,000 in frontline volume was December. Last month, she's over 6,000. So this is her bonus month. So if you were if I was her business coach, would I be showing her this month? And this is why it's so key to work with your support team. Again, another good pace. If you're looking for just a standard good pace to grow your business, adding 5 clients and assisting one person to get started as a health coach is a great pace. So if she did that this month, if she supports all of her clients, and we'll show you how to know where you're going to end up here in a second, she would be over, she would be at 8,000 in frontline volume. She starts 5 clients. Just off the top, I'm shooting from my hip, that's close to 3,000 in income. But what she doesn't realize by staying the course, she's setting herself up for $1,000 rolling consistency bonus. So her income, and if she sponsors, now her income, because she's taking the steps one step at a time, building well, and working with her support team, now she's going to go from making, where she made about $2,000 last month, she's going to make close to $4,000 this month. How cool is that? And that's why you prepare to know ahead of time, because this will save you hours and it'll show you more that's possible. So I just want to show that, because that was a perfect example. Go Vika.
Love that. Vika's on track for a nice consistency bonus. And yeah, that is something that a lot of people miss, Brad. So next you're going to go back to your home screen, the little home right there. You're going to go to, now we're going to pull up a list of all of our clients who have orders set to process in February. Okay, so we're going to go to client support. We're then going to go click on the plus sign next to client orders on the left-hand side here. I'm going to click plus sign, projected premier orders, and we're going to let that order pull up. What this is going to give you a list of is all of your clients that have a premier order set to process. All right, so here it is. It pulls up. I'm going to go up here to the top right-hand corner. I'm going to go to the expanded view. Okay, I'm right up here in the top right-hand corner, little green arrows. Boom. Next, I am going to quickly take a look at level. Now, if you have coaches in your business with volume, this level is going to be, you're going to see 1s and 2s and 3s and in many cases, 10s and 12s. Okay, but what you're looking for are the 1s. If for some reason yours is out of order right now and it's like all bounced around because it's in alphabetical order, I want you to click on level right there where my cursor is. Click on it once, and it'll organize it from number 1, okay, on down, okay? Next is I want to scroll over, and if you just hold your fingers down and scroll over to the right, you're going to come across next premier order date column, okay? Right here, it's still out of order, so we're going to click on it once, and what this is going to do is it's going to organize it in the order of date for this month. So I clicked it once, and it organizes it from 2/3 all the way to 2/28. And just know that you might have a second page, so be prepared for that. You're going to have next premier order date. Next, on the right-hand side here, this is the projected premier total order that is set to process right now. Now, a couple things on this, and we could spend probably too long on this section if we wanted to, but you want to look for clients and support clients on your map that have a full month order. We built a map roughly around 350 in frontline volume to put on your map. If you have great clients, they're good people, and maybe they're moving into transition, maybe they're on a hit and miss right now on program, you'd want to maybe write those on the back of your map, because we don't discount the volume, but we're really looking for full ordering entities of clients to support. Brad?
Yeah, I mean, what you said there is so key, because you're helping inspect your business. And in a roundabout way, this is actually going to help you be a better health coach. So again, Doug, what you said, because if you're starting new clients or they're on full program, their order is going to be above 350. So it accounts for a little bit of wiggle room in there. But a good gold standard, like you were saying, is when you look at them, are they doing well on plan? Have you not heard from them for 3 weeks, or are they getting integrated and doing well? And my pulse check on it is, if I'm 90% sure that they're going to place an order based on their health goals, based on how well they're doing, I put them on my map on that. Again, if they're partial, or you don't know or can't count on, we don't want to build our house, or we don't want to build our foundation on sand. So go ahead and flip over, put those on the back. You can track those. It'll also help you be a better health coach to that person. Because if you go back to that first person, Doug, and you're like, well, why is their order half? This person wants to lose 50 pounds and they're supposed to be doing well. Now you get to know, well, they don't have enough food, which means something's not right. They either are going to run out of food, or they're not totally on track, on plan. So this is just some cool things that kind of help you. It helps you predict the future, and it makes you a better coach. So, but I don't want to, again, Doug, we can go all day on that. So let's go quickly on this. You want to go down the bottom, and you want to start an order of how your orders go. And some of you may have orders processed this morning, so they're not going to be in this report. Make sure to mark down your first few orders that already went through, and then start filling it up in ascending order on there. And that's going to show you where, if you just support those clients, where you'll be in volume if you just get there this month. So let's say, Doug, in this scenario where I was talking about, I have about 12 people that I'm supporting already. I'm set up to be over 3,600 in frontline volume, which means if I add my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clients, I'm going to hit that 6,000 mark. Do you see how I did that? So like I just basically counted, if I added 6 clients in there, where will I be? Wow, I'm like predicting the future right now. All I got to do is go do the action. I love your picture there, Doug. That's awesome. So
I thought you'd like that, Brad. So really what we're going to do is take this and you're going to add there. So notice that you're going to focus on the middle. We're going to support these clients well, but we're going to focus on action right here because we're looking to acquire 6 more clients. We fill that up and we are closer to 6,000. Also, I want to say, watch your premier order dates, okay? Clients have a tendency of moving them around. They're not always concrete. Just because they're set to process doesn't mean the client won't adjust the order or move the client, or I'm sorry, move the order date. And so we just want to be aware. That's why you're watching this every day or every 2 to really see what's going on. Now, something that we wanted to implement into the map is, you can see right here, next over here is potential coaches. I don't know if you know this, but I know this as 8 years being a coach. Out of approximately every 4 to 6 clients, one of those clients is ready to become a coach. It's just a natural progression of our business. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take your clients, and I want you to begin to think who would possibly be a great coach. And I'm going to encourage you not to prejudge anybody, to decide for them. You don't know. But what we found is that you can begin identifying people that over time you could possibly see them doing really well on program. Well, maybe they're doing really well on program right now. You could see them becoming a health coach. I want you to begin to write their names on these 2 lines. Okay, we left you 2 lines for approximately every 4 to 5 clients. And what you're going to do is, out of all these clients, you're going to write different names. And these are just people that you're thinking about wanting to layer, drip, celebrate with your coach, people that would become great coaches. And really, over time, as our frontline volume grows, you're going to notice that your potential list of coaches grows. And if we're doing that, we're writing names on this number. Brad, you want to explain lines of business?
yeah, exactly. So as this goes, and again, another change we made here is that this now looks the way we build our business. So you can see 5 lines plus a spare, because that's how we want to build our business. We want to build with equity and we want to build with abundance. You put the name in there of people you are working with. So again, if Sally Joe bought a health coach kit and she doesn't want to plug into the training, she doesn't want to do that stuff for some reason, any of those things, or she just wanted to help just her cousin, then that's not someone that we're working with. We want to focus on people that we are moving towards senior coach on. So the ones that go on there are the ones you are working with to senior coach, or are close and you're going to be working above them or above with them. So again, the map helps you identify the people of where you're assisting them to get what they want. So set that up there and start with your strongest line first that you're working with, and you start going over to the right. And your goal is to help 5 clients or more and earn that senior coach point, earn them their first win of their business. So that's how you utilize that. And then where we're going to go next is we're going to basically, we all have lists that we are building. We have our connections list. So what we did, another change here, is you'll notice that there's not a difference between coach and client. Because why would we differentiate the 2? We're looking for the matches of people and who's next that we're assisting on whatever level of help they need. So when you fill out that potential coach candidate mark there on the left-hand side, some of them may go in this because they're your very top, they're close to it. Some of them that you fill out were in that part that Doug showed you, maybe they're not ready yet. Maybe you just identified the need or the match and you're going to keep coaching them. But this is for your top 10. So like the clients that you know are about to get started, the ones that are either stalking you on Facebook or said, hey, Doug, in February, count me in, I'm ready to go. Put them in there so you can keep an eye on the people that are closest to saying yes to the next step of their health journey. And then, of course, the rest of it lends itself to the activity tracker. So Doug, you want to explain the activity tracker as we wrap up here today?
Yeah, love the activity tracker. We know that if our greatest desire is to have a full map here, and we want to have lots of coaches, so we want to, basically we want to have a big old reverse L. In order for any of that to happen, comes down 100% to the time and the action that we spend here. Because we have a goal, but does our action match our goal? So here are the 3 best things that you can do to build your business. And we kind of had a room to put in here the bare minimum. So week 1, how many new conversations am I starting? Is that new conversations on Facebook, but also new conversations in person, talking about maybe life, encouraging somebody? Sure, maybe you might be bringing up health, but you're starting conversations, and I'm going to say preferably on social media because it's easy. It's the way everyone communicates these days. And so our goal is for you, if you do it, I want it to be your goal, but my goal for you is to do 3 new conversations a day. And you can find that if you do 3 new conversations a day, there is 7 days. That's 21 new conversations in a week. Then we're going to move over to the right-hand side, social media posts. Are we doing 3 social media posts a day? Maybe one, lifestyle and something you're passionate about, your kids, your family, what you had for lunch, maybe before and after, a Facebook Live, and then also something else, maybe a healthy recipe, a quote, an encouragement, another picture of you, at the park, maybe out, watching the Super Bowl with friends this weekend, whatever that might be. There's room for 21 of those. New connections over here on the right-hand side. That is new friends on Facebook. That is new friends that you're out meeting at maybe your church or your community groups or at Starbucks. You're starting new conversations because we know if we have done this, there will be no problem acquiring clients. The biggest thing that Brad and I see and that your business coach sees is that if we want more clients and they're not coming on and starting, it's usually because there's not very much being done over here. So we provided this activity tracker as a little bit of self-accountability, but to also go, okay, can I fill in 3 shades per day in each category? Now, the more you do of that, we only left you 3 boxes a day. But if you do more conversations, 3 to 6 to 9 to 12, or 3, 6 to 9, 12 new connections a day, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not a big teller, but I'm just going to tell you, you will move up this chart so fast because you're spending the bulk of your time here, which naturally is a default to new clients and new coaches. You're going to find that as you move through week 1 and week 2, you're going to see where we're at mid-month, around the 14th, 15th this month. We're going to assess our mid-month and are we on track for our goals? Do we need to increase our action or, dare I say, adjust our goals? I highly suggest never adjust your goals. Just increase your action. Make sure you're on track for what you want. You're going to move through week 3 and week 4. At the end of this month, we'll be doing another training similar to this to help you prepare for March, which this whole thing starts to really come together in March. Right, Brad?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. So again, this is a new part to the map, you guys, that you've seen on here. But what's exciting is this was originally in the original map that Doug and I utilized when we got started. So what I love about this is success leaves clues. Commit to those action steps. Like Doug, Dan Valentine went presidential director extremely fast on your team, and you went back and you asked him because you're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? That's so different. He's like, well, Doug, you told me to do these conversations and do these things. And it's like, I was worried it wasn't going to work, so I doubled it. There's no success leaves clue, and consistency builds potential people. So stay consistent. We want to invite you in one of the best months. Stay very consistent in this month. Stay consistent in focusing on people. Focus on the people you're supporting. Stay connected in conversations at this time where most people are losing hope in something they thought they could do, or they haven't woken up yet, or they're realizing like, I made this, whatever. There's so many people that are facing a current reality right now that they're not happy or they're not moving forward in their life, and you are displaying something that can help them. So commit to the consistency. February, short month, so we want to get after it, but so much is possible. And if you've noticed and if you've been through some New Year's, kind of all comes crashing together. The wave crashes and excitement in March where everything kind of starts to come together. We'll get to more of that later. Well,
Brad, the sun is starting to come up here in Arizona. It's time to get this February started. Our challenge to you right now is to go to simplesystemscoaches.com, find the map, and or it's in your team's Facebook page, print it out. I'm just going to go ahead and give you like a little bit of a double dog dare. I dare you to have this thing filled out by noon today. Seriously, I dare you. What will happen if you get a head start on this February in this short month of 28 days and you implement this? You have questions on it, have some things about how do I, fill it out, go back, rewatch this, or get with your business coach. We'll help you, and we'll make sure that we implement lots of action this month, and we will impact a lot of lives and have a lot of fun doing it. Brad, thanks for spending the morning.
Yep. Thanks, Doug.
All right.